To start a garden in a school setting, you need to have a clear goal. You need to make sure that you have a team of people with you, supporting the project, because it won't happen if you're just one or two people. So the teachers, community members, principal, even before starting, just make sure, go in the community, talk to partners. There are people out there that are there to support the project. My role is to be out in the community, and I see what other projects are going on. I talk with other partners. We share common goals. The CLC goals are linked to the educational project. One of the priorities is well-being of social, emotional, physical well-being of our students. So everything linked to the garden is in a way linked to the well-being, not only for the students, but for the staff and for everybody involved. It's good for the well-being of the entire community.
Our educational plan and project focuses on two areas. The main focus is on student well-being. And so really what we are trying to support is creating a space where our students and vulnerable families can gather, can be in, can participate in, and can access services. Being able to use the garden as that collaborative space and that space that brings people together to provide these services for families and students is an essential for us. And without it, we would not be able to offer the projects, the workshops, the collaborative activities that we are able to do. It's created this opportunity for conversations and collaboration that aren't always there otherwise. We talk about cross-curriculars, we talk about cycle teams meeting and planning together. Those are all essentials, but being able to plan things that create engagement and create motivation for our students and allow for some of our students who may struggle to sit at their desk for a longer period of time, it's essential, and it's really helping us grow. Like I said, that aspect of our educational project.
The CLC role was huge. As a teacher, I always want to fundraise, and I have tried to fundraise. I try my hardest, but when you're teaching from 7:55 in the morning to 2:40, I don't have extra time. And having the CLC, look at this place, it's incredible. So having the CLC fundraise and support and get the community involved is really a wonderful thing.
As a single school can only be one entity, and we can work on projects, but we feel alone and we have a lot of work to do. If we expand that we're a school that's also a CLC, well, we have a bigger network. And then if we expand that again, we're a school that's a CLC that works with community organizations, we're expanding again our network. And again, we keep adding to that. The more we expand our network, the more that we're going to succeed, because we have more resources, more expertise. So I think that's why it's really important, the community aspect of things. As a community learning center, we're already expanding. We're not just a school trying to do a wonderful project. We're a school that is trying to involve the community in this wonderful project, and the community has expertise to share with us. All partners that are involved with Stansted meet together, and we're able to present what kind of projects are going on here in the garden, talk about our difficulties, our challenges, try to find funding together, because sometimes when funding is announced, they want a group project. It's not just one person applying for funding. So that we work together more and more often, particularly provincial and federal funding opportunities are asking for more than one community partner is involved. So you can apply as one person, and you have less of a chance than if you apply as a group of community organizations, saying that we are going to support each other in this project idea. More people are involved, so every time we apply for funding, if we can say we have the collective kitchens involved with us, they're part of our community. We have the CEPUP, which is an agriculture expert in our community. We are going to be able to keep this project going, and we have the expertise that we need. If we just apply as a school garden, we have less of a chance.
When I see other projects going on in the community, or I see links that we can do, I bring it to the garden committee, and we discuss if a partnership could be interesting to help us towards our goal.
We always look at our progression of learning as a teacher and what we need to teach. And so because we have this amazing space and it's a tool for learning, really. I know a lot of teachers try to integrate it into their learning. Like, why not? It's the perfect spot.
The key to a school community garden is a garden coordinator. You need someone dedicated to that position. The whole other part of it is, yes, finding the funding and building the community partnerships, but the vegetables unfortunately don't grow by themselves. There needs to be someone with a little bit of expertise, a lot of expertise.
Gardens are an oasis for the students. When they're in the garden, you can really see them light up. 100% of the garden is planted by the students, which is really special. They're out, they have their hands in the soil, which is amazing. And just one thing that's really cool is kids with special needs, they really take to the garden. They have their hands in the soil, they're being active. Where sometimes they can have difficulty in the classroom. Maybe it's too much sound or just the inside environment, but when they're in the garden, there's no problems. And I hear that from student helpers that assist with these students, and they say, I cannot believe how they are in the garden.
My specialty is in outdoor education and experiential education. And how do you measure joy and wonder? And it's their faces. When they take the carrot out of the ground and they're like, oh, Miss Portelli, look at my carrot. You can't measure that except in the joy in their voice and in their faces.
We want the community to come in. Well, we make it an open space, so we offer the other local organization to come and use the space. We have a outdoor classroom right in the garden space. We have a kitchen. We have all these beds that community members can use. And we want it to be a space where they can connect.
We call it an educational garden, and it's educational for the school and for the community. So we do have several aspects that we work with for the community. For one, we have raised garden beds that we rent at low cost for the community. And so they're able to come here and grow their food in their own plot. Another thing we do with the community is we do workshops on gardening and healthy eating. We partner with different community organizations that teach workshops on canning or fermentation. We teach the gardening workshops with the community, so that's a community outreach to try to pass on the passion for gardening and healthy lifestyles. We also grow food specifically for the community to donate. We are lucky that another community organization started a community fridge, and we're able to harvest the fresh vegetables and put that in the community fridge, which has been a tremendous success. We put over 200 pounds of food in there, fresh vegetables, last year.
The more we bring people from the outside in, the news spreads about the garden, the effects of the garden and the project, and the more the news travels, the more we have help in keeping it going.
2 weeks ago, we invited parents to a garden activity, and it was full house. They all came with their kids to learn how to start a garden. I think the garden is a great way to get the parents in the school involved in their kids' education.